Alright, good morning stream. It is Tuesday, July 25th. Just making sure everything's set up. Looks like it is. That's good. Okay, let's get into it. Let's check out some news for the day. So today we have the consumer confidence for USD that just came out. Looks like it was better than expected. That's good. We have some CPI for the Australian dollar coming out later today, and then the big ones are obviously the US funds rate tomorrow as well as the Euro funds rate on Thursday morning. So those will be some big players in the market in the next couple days. If we take a look at our, let's breeze through the 5-minute. What do you kind of look at this morning? It's a bit of a late stream, so we're just going to breeze through everything. Yen seems to be a mix. US dollar seems to be mixed. Canadian dollar seems to be a little mixed, maybe not doing so hot this morning. So we'll breeze through this guy on the 5-minute, see if there's any good patterns that we can identify. I think the goal, okay, maybe the Australian CAD seems to be doing pretty well in the last sort of half day or so. Could be an opportunity there. Euro seems to be down across the board. Could be some opportunity in the euro. Okay. Just based off a quick glance, EURNZD, Euro AUD, and EUROGBP, I would say, if you're looking at them, they do seem to have the best sort of market structure. These guys, Euro AUD and EURNZD, seem to be falling quite drastically, but we'll keep monitoring on them. GBP is a bit mixed. CHF, Swiss is a bit mixed. Australian dollar seems to be up across the board, so we'll quickly monitor. I think AUDNZD, no, not NZD. When I looked earlier, I think NZDJPY. NZD is also up across the board. We can see NZDJPY here. Possible good opportunity. We have this resistance level up above. Price was typically floating between there and roughly 87. With obviously this one break below, but typically would find some support here. It's now starting to rally. We have similar highs with higher lows, so we're setting ourselves up for a bit of a not wedge but triangle pattern, ascending triangle. So what we're looking for is a bit of a break here, possible retesting, continuation higher. So that's sort of one of the big ones for today is NZDJPY. Let's take a quick gander across the 28 Forex pairs, hop on the hourly, see if we don't see something we might like. Again, we're just kind of blitzing through this AUDJPY, similar to the NZDJPY trade. You can see a bit, except for this one's on a longer time frame, but very similar. Previous level of resistance was breaking above, coming down, looking for a price to go higher. CHF continuing along this nice trend. It's a bit overextended, but could be a potential when it pulls back. Euro CHF, possible good opportunity for a sell there. GBPU coming back down to this level with some support in here. There could be some opportunity here. I kind of want structure to reverse a little bit, so break these previous highs here before continuing a little bit higher. That's sort of the goal there. Again, it's a little tough just because we do have some significant news coming out over the next couple days that could drastically alter positions. And okay, and then lastly, let's hop on to the new strategy, the daily. Hop onto the daily, unlock these guys. So what we're looking here is we are looking for price to either be rejecting at both of the linear regression lines and then waiting for an SSL swap, or price to be congruent with the trend of both linear regression lines and price to be breaking above a swap. So I'll show an example. Okay, so EURCHF might be a good example. Price is starting to come down drastically. It's already breaking the 200 linear regression line, and it's coming down toward the 100 linear regression line. And so we're not obviously trying to get into a buy just yet, because price can continue to drop, especially with big news coming out on Thursday. What we're waiting for is price to come back up and close above this red line, and that could be a trigger entry. But again, that might not happen for a couple days. Here's an example of a different one. Here we have both of the linear regressions in ascending channels. We have the primary 100 and then the second 100. They're both obviously pointed in this upward direction. And so what we don't necessarily need to touch against, we just need to touch against the 100 and then a break above this, our SSL swap. So this entry signal right here is an SSL swap after price had hit the 100. So that's an entry signal there. Alright, so price is swapped here. So this is an example of what could look like an entry, but it's not. So if this had hit the 200 as well, so if it's hit the 100, if it had hit the 200 as well, I would suggest prices has deviated outside of 2 standard deviations for compared to the past 200 price points of data, and then hit the SSL to swap. That could be a trigger for a reversion to the mean, and that would be an entry. But because it only hit the 100 and it's incongruent, which means we're looking for a buy when price is trending down, we're going to avoid it. Again, something that looks like it, the 100 is definitely ascending, but the 200 is sort of flat, which would suggest that price is sort of above. It's about 1 standard deviation above where a reversion to the mean would be, and so price isn't, there's no clear delineation of trend for the past 200 days. It's kind of gone sideways. So we're just gonna stay out of that guy. Okay, that's sort of it for the day. Again, if you don't know the linear regression rules just yet, that's okay. I'll just continue to reiterate them every single time. They're very simple. They're very simple once you see them, and once you make sense of it. And again, the fantastic part is that you literally only have to monitor the stocks like for 15-20 minutes every day on the reset. But that's it for all. Thank you, and I will catch you again tomorrow. Wow, less than 10 minutes. Shit.